Oh, how early it is. Hi. Here we are, starting practice. It was a long day yesterday and going to be a long day today. We're starting 8 o'clock, hour earlier. Ooh, 4 people already out there. All right, we got 10 minutes of warm-up. We're going to go 8 games today. After each 2-game set, a low score will drop out as the elimination to get to the stepladder of 4. So after the 8th game, the number 5 will drop, and we'll have our stepladder for this afternoon. Then the girls are going to come in today, I believe, at 1. We will start, and they'll do the same thing, get their stepladder, and then shortly after that, 3:30 or 4 o'clock, we'll have the stepladder, probably 4:30. But we'll see how fast the boys can bowl. They were 45 minutes quicker than the girls yesterday. So hopefully we can at least average those two together at just under 4 hours. That's how long it took for 8 games. And it'll take a second in between each game, a little bit longer today, in between every 2 games, because we reset the scores and move people around and do some things that might take an extra minute, but no big deal. So sit back, relax, have a good time, and we'll be back a little later. Should be our last 2 balls in practice. Okay, so as I said earlier, 8 games today. After the first 2 games, the bottom score will drop out. And right now, that's Toby Wills. He's minus 345 or 1255 for scratch pins for 8 games yesterday. But he's only 11 ahead or 9 ahead of Tristan Bierman. So that's the first 2 you got to look at today. They're sitting down there with a pretty decent gap above them. But we've got from left to right, they're in order 1 through 8 on 1 through 4, lanes 1 through 4. So we have Harry, Jake, Vance, Tristan, Matthew, Tyler, Casey, and Toby. Oh. Okay, let's take a look. Thank you. So there you are. That's what we just went over. And there's your first cut line, Toby. And only a few pins between them, 9. So those will be the ones we'll watch a little bit during the next 2 games and see who can beat who down there. And then you see it goes up about 80, 90 pins right there up to 6th place. So for now, Casey and Vance and them are safe. But when it gets into the later rounds, we'll see. All right, let's go back to bowling. It'll be interesting to see how many changed their game plan today based on yesterday, or if they're sticking with what they did. Matthew means business today. Starting strong. Good strike on the short pattern.
Elimination.
If you guys want to see what a ball looks like sanded at 120 grit, go down a 49-foot pattern and check out lane 2. This is what it'll make it do. You notice everybody's going pretty straight. And Matthew got shape out of that. That's 120 grit, folks. 31 mils of oil, almost 32 mils of oil spread down to 49 feet on that lane. Had to get the ball going early, and he sure did. Got a nice shape out of that. So that's definitely an advantage for him. There are other sanded balls on the rack, but not to 120. Just thought you might want to know that part. Jake picks up his washout. Good job. Harry looks a little stiff and slow this morning, carrying the ball through the swing and very deliberate, and it's causing him to miss. So we'll see. Nerves? Is it lack of rest? Endurance? Who knows? But it was a long day yesterday. Somebody foul. Thought I heard it. I'm just hearing sounds now.
Chop for Harry.
Hey, Harry. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, on lane 2 with that 120 grit sanded ball or any of these guys out here, you still got to make a shot. It's a flat pattern all the way to 49 feet. So if your angle is off in the front, well, you're going to go straight where it goes. Or in Matthew's case, it went high. He missed a little bit. So now it's going high, it's going light. So you still got to make a great shot no matter what. But Matthew's got the advantage because he has better ball reaction. And they're driving through the pins. Got that one out a little bit wide. Again, still had shape, but wrong place.
Nice strike for Harry.
Yeah, that was a pretty good ball. No, it's just not his day, maybe. I don't know.
It's a little joke we have running from yesterday.
Yeah.
Tournament leader said it wasn't his day.
Yeah, he comes mumbling by the desk. Nah, it's just not my day. It's just not my day. Oh, really? You're averaging over 200. The only one plus. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Jeez. It's like, you know, they think they gotta get the 240s and 250s. Yeah, but I made 6 mistakes. I said, I'll take that. I like it when you recognize it and go, I'm kind of disappointed that I missed 6, single pins or something. But still, a little positive self-talk is better. Missed the 5-pin to the left on a spare attempt on the short pattern. Don't go slow and really crank on it. Oh, ouch. As we're talking about Toby's 5-pin. Ooh, uh-oh, gutter ball. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of yesterday. Like 2 or 3 in one game. No.
Maybe you can explain to them why he's playing so far out.
Yeah, I was going to say one on this pattern, 33 feet especially, and when they're short like that, you expect a gutter ball here and there, but let's not go 3 again. But that was what I was going to say. Yeah, 33 feet of oil, so you have 27 feet on the back end of dry wood. So your ball's going to hook a long ways. You need as much lane as you can get. That's why we're playing the gutter. You get it out to 2 or 3. The 2 or 3 board, about where Harry's playing on the right. Both of these shots really are similar in where you would play them and what's working. Like right up 2-3 is really good on both. There's no oil on the right side on the long pattern on the right. There's a little bit of oil. See Matthew playing way out there. He's got to get it way out there so it has time and enough room to come in with all the time it's given to hook, if that makes sense. 27 feet. So by the time it gets down to 33 feet off the end of the oil, the ball needs to be in a nice roll, starting into the end of its hook phase, getting into its roll phase a little bit sooner, so that it doesn't go wild on the back end. You need a little surface. You need to get the ball started, get it in a roll. If you have shiny and you throw it back there. See, now Jake's a little bit too far inside. That held, but typically that's going to go, if it's the angles to the left a little bit and you get up on top of that oil like that, it's just going to send it left in a hurry on the short. But you got to be out there. Look, that was a pretty good shot from Tristan. You see on lane 3, he got it out there. So it's a matter of what angle you want to use to get there, but your ball has to get there by those dark boards, a little before those dark boards. You see where Matthew is going there. It's a good shot. That's his area. That's what he's got, but he's still only got a board or 2 of miss room. That's it. A little less than the average.
And when you say miss room, you mean down the lane?
Yeah, miss room by launching it a little left or right. And like if he's looking at, I don't know, maybe he's looking at the first arrow. And he gets to the first arrow and it's actually on 7, 2 to the left. Then that's going to send it pretty much to the left for sure. This is a flat pattern. The ratio is 1-to-1, meaning it's 1-to-1 all the way across. If you have a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 pattern, that means there's 2 or 3 times the amount of oil in the center of the lane towards the outside of the lane. Typical house shots can be up to 12 to 1, 15 to 1. But I've seen, you know, the recreational patterns are usually 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 1. That just puts a lot of oil down the middle of the lane and not much on the outside, which helps it hold into the pocket and not hook when you pull it in, or you get it out, there's not much oil, it'll hook back. So it's kind of like creates a funnel to the pocket, if you will. Not out here. They got to keep these angles in front of them, meaning they got to keep it pretty straight down the lane and go down 2, 3, 4 on both lanes, and I think you're golden there. So there's Harry. He got it out pretty early. I think the ball just kind of died. When you get it out to the edge too early, then the ball starts up a little bit too early, and I think it died, and it didn't come hard into the pocket. It got there, but eh. So that's the question. What angle do I play to get in the oil and then out of the oil quick? Do I go longer? Do I go shorter? Where do I get it to? Because they're looking for friction, and that's where it is. Friction's your best friend, but you got to find the right friction in the right spot. Harry a little off balance, a step to the right, but got it on line and where he wanted it before that happened. Good shot there in the 10th frame. Yeah, Jake's got to get his ball farther outside. He's just kind of angling into the pocket on the short, and that is not going to work very well.
Carried for Harry.
Say again?
A little high, but that carried for Harry.
I wasn't paying attention. I better.
198 for Jake.
Yeah, that's a good start there. With 2 open frames. Huh. Still got almost 2. Starting with higher scores today. A few higher anyway than the first game yesterday, I think. No, I stand corrected. We had 3 190s yesterday, but we got a 200, 210 from Harry.
big split for Massey in the 10th.
Yep, just a touch inside. It went through the nose.
Finishing with a strike for Casey, the 1-5-3.
Okay, we're shuffling through to game 2 of this first elimination. And if you look down, Toby's 12 out. So it's between him and Tristan in this next game. We'll keep an eye on that one. They are moving to us, I believe. Two of them are. So we're rotating lanes. Everybody moves a lane to the right after every game. So we'll go back to bowling. First ball, game 2. Should have stopped. Did you see them going together? Both of them were exactly. I was like, nope, nope. And maybe Tristan got distracted and he just threw a gutter ball.
sometimes they get so much in the zone they don't realize.
And then halfway through the approach, like, oh my God, this guy's going next to me.
It's 2 in a row for Toby. So that's 2 gutter balls in the last couple of frames. Again, the kids are having to play so far close to the gutter. on that short pattern. If they're off by a little bit, it just goes off the edge there.
And the same result as
Yeah.
the other one.
Yep.
9. No spare.
Solid strike for Matthew.
There it is. That's where he needs to be for sure. That was good. So Tristan's working a double here on lane 2, going into the 5th frame. Again, we're going to look at him and Toby. And, oh, a 9 count. Almost got a messenger. And then Toby's on lane 1 with a 3-6-10 spare attempt. There you go.
So far, clean game for Toby.
And one little errant shot for for Tristan. Very nice ball by Harry. That gives him a double into the 5th frame. So you got Toby on lane 2. Oh, just didn't want to pick up and drive. I'm telling you, 49 feet of oil, but good shot. Really good shot. All right, nicely done. There are only 12 pins separating them, like we said, Toby and Tristan, so stay clean and see what happens. I might add, Toby is up about, looks like 17 on Tristan halfway through this game, and he's down 12 on the scoreboard from Tristan. So there you go. Well, that's inside for Harry. Definitely inside where he wanted that ball and paid dearly.
Paid the price for that one.
Oh, no. 7-10. Tristan got up on top of that oil too long, and the ball just stayed and didn't really finish. 33 feet, you think, oh, the ball's going to hook, but once it's up on top of that oil where he rode it all the way down, it's pretty thick oil, and sometimes the ball even backs up. It's not going to hook into the pocket if you keep that line pretty straight. But now again, if you angle to the left a little bit, of course it's going to take off when it hits the dry and go. But it's interesting how these short patterns work sometimes. And he stays clean. Toby covers up his spare. Well, that's in. That's in. Uh-oh, and he pays for it. Good location, good ball. And he's helping out Toby. That gave him a big door right there. Toby already had enough of a lead to overtake him, and now that just puts him a little bit farther ahead if he can come up here and stay clean, take advantage of that opening. There you go. He has in a little bit more than that last shot, and the ball just had enough room.
Ball change for Matthew. Looks like he's trying to figure out the short pattern.
Yeah, his last couple of shots I've noticed, they've come in light, and it's not because he's really locating it too much in the oil, or, I mean, he might be a little bit on that one, but I just think that might be speed. I think he's overpowering this lane, and I don't think you need all that. That ball will have a little more time to set up at the end. Oh, Harry trips a 4-pin. But it's easy in situations like this to get amped up and just be like, it's short. I can throw it hard on short. You can, but sometimes that's the result. You're overthrowing. So Toby with a strike in the 7th. Now he's got him by over 20 pins. It's kind of a must strike right here for Tristan on lane 1. That's inside. But it held.
Oh, it held.
Look at that. That's what you got to do after a mistake like the last game. You better just come back and fire again.
A little bit of a loft for Matthew.
Yep, a little bit of a loft. For those of you that weren't on earlier, that shot Matthew just made, I announced it as if you want to see what 120 grit going down a 49-foot flat pattern looks like, almost 32 mils of oil. There it is. He's the only one to really be getting any kind of shape on that lane because he's got 120 grit on that. There's just a lot of oil on that lane. And it worked. He's got the shape, but again, as we've seen and talked about, you still got to make the shot. You don't have a lot of room because it is flat. There's no help from the oil. So he's just carving a nice lane there, right there, wherever he throws it, and his path, and it reaches down and grabs the lane a little bit better, a little earlier, so he gets good shape. But now it's a matter of location, keeping it within a couple of boards. Toby, he spares it up.
Maintains his clean game.
Yep, he is clean through 8. And it looks like Tristan, I missed it, but he doubled after his open. So good for him. Put a little pressure back. Can't fold up now and go home. You got to go all the way to the tape in the 10th frame. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Inside, and Toby gives a little back. Well, he gets a count. So what's that going to give him? 168 in the ninth.
So he can max out for
So his
198.
198 and 202 for Tristan now. That's max score.
Interesting 10th frame.
Yep.
Yank by Harry on that one.
He wasn't too excited. So if they were to strike out, though, or match, just go match, whatever they each of them match in the 10th frame, Toby and Tristan will be eliminated because we got a 4-pin match right now if they both max.
Yeah.
So Toby would only lose by 4 pins, but he's up. No, sorry, he's in the last spot.
Reverse.
Yeah, I was reversed on that one.
Yeah, be interesting. This finish. It's going to be huge.
It still isn't even 9 o'clock. My brain's still kind of waking up a little bit. 2 cups of coffee. Oh, Tristan. Oh, I thought he was going to get a washout. So thankfully just the 1-2. Oh, no, he's got the 1-2-8. Oh, no. So what's the situation now? 167. Toby's already got 168, so he's up 1. He needs 12 pins. Yeah, he needs a mark. Yeah, he needs a mark. That's it.
No pressure.
I know. And he is coming off of a split in the last frame, so see if we can regroup and get this thing up in the right spot in the gutter. Looks like that's his 3rd bucket or 3rd 7 count on this lane. Frame 4, frame 6. I thought I'd seen a few of the other ones got him too. Matthews had 1 or 2 on that.
Oh, and he picks it up. That might have done it here.
So, yeah, 67 to 78. He needs 3 pins, right? He's down by 12. Hopefully my math's right on that.
Too early to math.
Yeah. What's that?
It's too early for
oh,
me
yeah,
to
okay,
math.
good. Okay, I don't feel so bad.
Oh, Matthew opens 10th.
Matthew open in the 10th.
Yeah,
So that's a 180. Only a couple. Just keep it on the lane. Ooh.
And he finishes strong.
I don't think I'd be comfortable doing that because, like I said earlier, we get gutters on this pattern. That's just the way it plays. Oof.
Okay,
There you go.
cut to standings. And that bumped Toby up.
It did. Let's see. Yep, 1573, 1564.
Toby lives to bowl another round.
Now he's got 1573 and Casey has 1640, so there's 67 pins. Between two games, it's not undoable. Yeah, it's just have work.
All right, let's give Tristan a round of applause. So give us just a second as we start back up and we review. All right, you can start back up.
Okay, we're starting.
So I just updated standings. It looks like Toby is 67 out. I think that's what you said.
67, correct, yep.
We moved the cut line up
Yep,
to 6.
let's take a look. There it goes. Tristan out after 2, Toby. We'll see how that goes. Live to fight another day again, or is
Another
Casey
round
going
at
to come
least.
through? Yeah. Not a lot of room, that's for sure. Uh-oh. So we're looking at a battle here, Casey and Toby, and Casey started with the gutter. But he's trying to get it out there, so that's fine. Now you just got to come back and get your darn spare. Oh.
Was it just behind me?
Oh, he got the spare by crossing over. He pulled it way in. He didn't want to get it out to the gutter again. Seems to be some confusion over there.
I'm not sure.
Okay, we're underway again.
A little high for Vance. It almost carried.
Yeah.
Nice Strike for Harry. I think he made a ball change. Looks like it was a good one.
There's another light hit from Toby on the left lane, leaving 3 again. Different 3, but still the 2 pins involved, so that thing's coming in too light. So he needs to locate it out a little bit more to grab some friction earlier and just get that thing rolling sooner, because it's going too long. It's a 78U IQ urethane, and depending on how fried the fronts are already, because we've had a lot of play up 3, 4, 5 in the heads, well, a urethane ball likes to stand up early and roll. And on fresh, or on the left side, that's another story altogether, but on the fresh and the clean lane, that's going to go down and look good. But as soon as our heads start frying a little bit and start getting eaten up, you lay a urethane ball down on that, it's going to stand up early and not have anything on the back end. So that could be one of the reasons why Toby's ball is not really driving through the pocket, because it's dying. Or he's up on top of the oil and it's just skating it down there, and doesn't have any time to set up when you think it would. But it kind of helps the ball back up and stay on line when you get up on top of that thick oil. So anyway.
For Matthew. Looks like there's a washout on 4. Strike for Vance. Strike for Jake.
Hopefully Jake gets a little more comfortable. He's, I think, been eyeballing the scoreboard, worried about scores and winning and strikes, and then when you don't get a strike and you're worried about that, then you think you're getting worse. And guess what? You are getting worse. Your physical game goes away, your mental game goes away. It's a big snowball. Just worry about getting from point A to point B and getting it off your hand where you want it, and it feels how you want it. Your results are going to come. But if you're worried about your results and you don't listen to your body and what's going on, and you don't get the feel you want because you're not paying attention to that, well, you're not going to be consistent.
strike for Vance. I think that was a double. That made it a double.
Changed my mind.
Solid strike for Casey.
Yeah, they gave Casey a double.
Yeah.
And Toby's on a double.
And Vance.
Yeah. Yep. Doubles all around. Yeah, the shape of these urethanes doesn't look good on the right lane anymore. They just seem a little bit dead when they're hitting down lane. Not a very good shape. Toby got it out. He got a little friction out there.
3 in a row.
Oh, look at
3
that.
in a row for Casey
Yeah.
and Vance. A strike fest going on 1 and 2.
Maybe all 3 of these Snickers will go over there.
Don't mention the Snickers.
Oh, darn it.
Too early for that.
I'm not going to reach, that's for sure. I'm not going to reach for them. Vance.
And Vance recovers
Yeah.
from that open last frame.
Uh-oh. Can't be doing that. Oh. Toby needs to capitalize right here. Nice.
Here he does.
Here we go. Oh,
A little high.
Well, another opportunity for Toby to take a few more pins back.
Yeah.
Every frame he doesn't strike against, that Casey doesn't strike against him. Whoa, that thing was out.
Yeah, it was. We got some lucky pinballs.
It was hanging on the gutter, yeah. It's gonna go long. It's gonna go long and a 5-pin. Oh.
Not enough power back.
Uh-oh. A 5 count.
Losing a little bit of momentum on 1 and 2.
Yeah, a little implosion here in the last 3 games, or 3 frames, yeah, by Casey, and he can't afford to be giving Toby pins. He needs to keep protecting that lead, but Toby just made up a little more, or potentially if Casey continues his open streak. Let's hope not. Go. Spared it up. Okay, that's in the 9th frame. So he's at 141 with a spare in the 9th. And Toby's 166 with a spare in the 9th. So 25, 35, 45 pins here would really help Toby out, of course, because he's 67 down. Nice to get a big chunk out of the way. In the first game, so you're not really pressing as hard, potentially. Go. Nicely done. Good speed combination and location. That was good for a double.
Toby is on a mission. Toby is on a mission.
Yeah, he sure is. That just guaranteed Toby 25 pins because the strikeout, he just did a 216. The strikeout's a 91 for Casey if he gets 3. So minimum Toby's made up 25 pins. And if Casey can't strike out, even more. There's one. Nice job. location. Look at that.
Two.
Oh, right back at you. And he's on the hard lane, too. I mean, maybe for him, the way he's throwing the ball, it seems like the easier lane because when he gets over on the left lane, he tries to get it way outside from inside, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I think he's more comfortable here for sure. Wow,
And he answers.
that was 3 really nice shots. Whew, so 25 pins for Toby. And he was 67 down, so 25 from that. A rolled 2 pin. Just bringing it too far in, Jake. You got to keep it down that gutter.
Seven four for Jake.
$180 for Harry.
For Harry.
He's slapping that one just like 3 would have given 190, which is a lot better, but hey. And that's a reason why you don't really want to go straight down the left gutter to get a 4-pin or anything on the left side. You just don't have the room to miss.
Sure.
And he missed left and oops. Use the lane. Cross it.
Matthew finishes with a strike for 190.
180. Yep. So Vance, 199 with a high game on that one. A couple of 180s. Oh, another 191. But we're down to 42 pins, so Toby needs 43 pins to knock out Casey and live to fight another round. So interesting, he gained 25. Let's see what kind of pressure they both feel and how they both perform in this game. But you got Harry up there at 2205. Matthew 2035. Jake 1990. So that's pretty good up there, pretty close. And then he's got a 70, 60 some pin lead over Vance in 4th place. But now after 4th place, it drops from 1927 to 1847. So that gap's gotten a little bit bigger.
Yeah, Tyler would have some work to do to get up there.
Yep. So the 4 might be moving out, moving on ahead, but I want to keep watching Jake because he still seems a little nervous and focused on the score, and his body language is telling me, uh-oh, he's a little negative. But once he sees something, he can do it. He just has to see it and feel it and then forget about that other stuff. And he does a good job most of the time, so we'll see. That was a good location. Yeah,
so close to the gutter.
It sure was. Spare for Casey. Open for Jake. He has to get the gutter, man. He's a little afraid of the gutter today. So Toby is #1 bowler up on the 4th lane right now, lane 4. So you can watch #1 right there on the TV above lane 3. That's his score. And he is bowling against, like I said, Casey, who is B on lane 2. He's coming up on lane 2 now. Not enough mid lane burned up to do that one. That's too much angle. Cleans up his junk. I don't know if you saw Matthew on that last one walking back, but if I was a lip reader, I think I could figure out what he said. He didn't say it out loud, but you know, he told himself a few words.
Don't think he liked that one?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
He does not pick it up.
There you go, Jake. See? You saw it. Think about that again. Go repeat that one. Good job. Oh, no.
It looks like the short pattern on lane 3 is really giving them boys a hard time.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely transition going on here. Toby's almost to the point where he really has to ask for help from Casey as opposed to just turning on the accelerator or pushing on the accelerator.
Sure.
Well, there's a little help we just talked about. Oops.
Oh, that does not help.
No. That's left.
See if these boys can figure out lane 3.
Yeah. It's like a crossover strike for Toby. Much needed. Yeah, I think if they want to stay in the same spot on lane 3 and not really want to move, then you better ball down. Because I think that was okay. I think potentially the scenario is a transition and those heads are burned a little bit outside of 5 and or around 5 in the heads from the foul line to the arrows. And the balls are just kind of burning. Need to get the ball down lane a little bit and have some angle. And a spare for Casey. That was a softer touch. Oh,
Couldn't quite carry.
no. An inside hold for Vance and a late trip 4. Strike on lane 4. Commanding. Ooh.
Spare for Toby.
Toby gets them all on the long pattern. 95 in the 6th for him with a strike in the 7th. 71 in the 5th with an open frame for Casey.
For Casey.
Yeah.
An interesting finish. Matthew had a ball change there. He's still trying to figure out lane 3.
Yeah. I think he got that one down the lane a little bit off his hand. It
He
didn't seem
did.
like it flew a little bit.
He did. He's trying to loft a little bit.
Yep.
It's a fairly new trick in his bag. Still trying to fine tune that, I think.
That's good. Hey, skill acquisition sport. You got more skills than I do, or I got more than you. Likely I'm going to win in the long run. It's a good deal. I like to see that. Ooh, almost a chop, but he didn't, so gets his spare. A spare for Tyler. Uh-oh.
Another open for Casey.
This is getting interesting now.
This is interesting.
Toby's getting all the help he needs, and he just needs to get up there and keep striking. I don't think it was so bad. It was just a little bit too much finesse. A little too slow, I think. But overall, great location and everything. Vance crossing over for a 3rd strike.
He's trying to hold on to his lead. Okay.
Okay, Toby with the spare. And Casey with a 6 pin.